So, may I know who is joined from R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research?
Sir, good afternoon. Myself Nilesh Kulkarni,
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
and I am representing RCPI Prashirpur.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for the joining. May I know who is joined from R.C.
Thank you.
H.R.
Thank you.
Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Dr. Praveen.
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Praveen.
Yes, sir.
And Mateen will join within 5 minutes.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you
And
for the
along
joining.
with that, one more faculty. No problem. Bari sir.
Okay, sir is also there, I think. May I know who is joined from R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmacy, Shirpur?
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Rahul Pauras. I have joined
Okay.
from R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmacy.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for the joining. R.C. Patel College of Engineering and Polytechnic, Shirpur. Who is joined?
Sir, Jayesh Chaudhary.
Jayesh Chaudhary, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir, for the joining. IMRD College. May I know who is joined?
Yes, sir. Vittal Patel. I am
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. HR Patel Science College.
Good afternoon, sir. Yogesh Desle here from HR Patel Mahila College, Shirpur.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for the joining. And from R.C. Patel Arts, Commerce and Science College, Shirpur. Who is joined?
Yes, sir. Dr. Sanjay Vacha.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you for the joining. Manish, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the 7 institutes has been joined online now. So, first of all, I welcome all. This is the virtual lab, how to create a nodal center uh, of a virtual lab of IIT Bombay. The workshop has been arranged by the RCPIT in association with IIT Bombay. Mr. Manish Nagoshi sir from the IIT Bombay is with us in the meeting. So, welcome, sir. I hand over the session to you.
Yeah, thank you. So I just made a small presentation that how the institute could be benefited by becoming a nodal center for having a virtual lab session in your institute in terms of how the institute will get benefited, how the faculty will get benefited, and finally the ultimate aim is to provide the benefit to the students. I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, sir.
So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Your
sir,
screen
it's
is visible.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I welcome all you. Greetings of the day. So I'm going to read out the few points.
He's sitting directly.
It's individual perception, how to figure out the various meanings out of those statements and how you could utilize for your benefit for your student as well as you or for your institute. These are the something which I have discussed with the nodal center and what we have also thought. And there are some my own experience when I used to teach mechanical engineering department. So over the 23 years of teaching experience, whatever I could figure out, how one could benefit with by being a nodal center, that I try to put it here. But many people are using various way. These are the not only the points by which you can say that these are the only benefits we are going to achieve. These are the few compiled benefits through my experience over the period of time which I've collected. First benefit being a nodal center is the network of several educational institutes spread across various geographical through workshops and rollout efforts. So just like now, RC Patel is communicating with you, all these people. So once you become on board, you become a family or part of network of virtual lab. And we have the nodal center all across India. So how this network you could utilize its individual perception that you could benefit from this network. So whenever there is a connection between amongst the institute, naturally some give and take will happen, and some good outcome will also come. Visibility on regional center of VLab IITB portal as well as the Ministry of Education portal. Now, this portal is also used by various SAARC nation, Western countries, African countries. There are so many countries. I'm just labeling this because it proves that these are the few countries which using this virtual lab. Okay, it's like there are many regions. Okay, they are using its virtual lab, but there is no evidence available. So what the visibility means, first of all, that I would like to show you.
ही attendance तुला download करायची.
MOE portal, Ministry of Education of Virtual Lab.
Record.
So everything is mentioned here. There are discipline, virtual labs, and what are the events we. There is a go to the outreach portal. Are there? What is the usage? Okay, and in which part of region, how many nodal centers are there? You have option of cluster or scatter map. You can scroll down, okay, and you try to figure out who are available here in this case. Okay, so basically your institute name is available on the national portal of Ministry of Education, and there is a nodal center data also available. We are highly committed to provide all kind of data in true sense and in a real-time mode to the Ministry of Education department without any having a delay. So here, just like let us say if you try to select the state, most probably all of you are from Maharashtra. So nodal center for 2024, if you click and just hit search. So if you are part of nodal center, so naturally your name and what you are doing, usage, your workshop, everything will be highlighted on the education portal. And of course, these are overall summary. We have 11 consortium member, how each consortium member is doing, at what level, these all data is available. Of course, there is a login available that is for us. We are doing all the stuff. And there is a IIT Bombay portal. So this is basically your account will be created and all the data will be stored in our server. And what happens, once the data is here, we tend to upload all your data from this portal to the Ministry of Education portal after verification of the documentation, whatever you have done. So here also you can see we have the nodal center all across country, and we are in the process of expansion throughout the country. Here also your name, your ranking, in terms of in-house usage, in terms of outreach usage, everything will start appearing here. And of course, these are national level portals. So you have to figure out now if your name is on the national level portal, how one could take a benefit of this for your institute as well as for you and for your student. It's an individual perception. Yeah. So generally, virtual lab development work is currently we are doing with the help of 11 consortium members, all the virtual labs we are designing. And we know we have designed a lot of framework, lot of utilities to design virtual lab in best possible and fastest in less time. Now, what is happening? It is very challenging for all the 11 consortium members. Take care of regional effect in every region and to come up with the virtual lab for that. So what we are doing, we are conducting a boot camps all across India to cater some local regional affected area, and through that boot camps we are creating some virtual lab, which will be we called as a nodal center lab, which is having a separate section. So what are the sections are there? There is the sections which is created by the consortium member, and virtual lab created by the nodal centers.
Sir,
Who can
screenshot
participate in the
screenshot
boot
गया.
camp? Of course.
Participantची
The
attendance
nodal
आपलं
center
करता
gets
येईल
the
का
first
डाउनलोड?
priority.
त्याचे स्क्रीनशॉट पण घेता येईल का
Participating
लगेच?
students from the nodal center, and
नाही तर
the
मग त्याचे स्क्रीनशॉट घ्या.
organization also can be done by the one of the nodal center in the particular region. So it is a national level event basically. So one could think about it that if you are conducting a national event in your institute, you can figure out your benefits, term, usage, whatever you are going to get it. It's individual perceptions. So fourth point is similar, that leverage the nodal center work for content creation. So that is the basically outcome from the bootcamp what we are doing it. Can piggyback the outreach effort for various other IITB projects. So though I am working as a project manager, okay, so I'm not handling with the only one project. So there are multiple projects we are consistently doing it. Virtual Lab is one of our prestigious premier project and last longing project of Ministry of Education. When we have certain relation with one through nodal center, generally we talking point. Okay, some of the student highlights what they are doing, what we are in touch. It's a relation. Once the relation is established, we get enough confidence if few other things with the help of you to get benefited from you. So there are several such projects we are doing it. We use the nodal center primarily because we know each other of several years of relationship. We believe that rolling through nodal is beneficial for us. Now, your regional center network can be utilized responsibility work for various accreditation process. Whenever you apply for any accreditation for various agencies, maybe UGC, university, or industry accreditation, anywhere. So always there is a clause, social level platform to showcase your activities. So by utilizing this virtual lab platform and bringing other institute on the same platform by conducting the various virtual lab, it is a real social work, okay, rather than conducting a non-technical type of work which you try to account in a social level platform. So being a engineering or science or maybe polytechnic institute, so people wants to look up the social responsibility as being that since you are a technical institute, what kind of responsibility as far as social responsibility is concerned, how you are taking care of those your technical ability to help the society. So this could become one of the part in this. And most importantly, now what is happening that this both portal, Ministry of Education portal as well as IIT Bombay portal, its design, development and maintenance is done by the IIT Bombay itself, IIT Bombay team. And therefore, we are coming across several requests from various NGOs from the India. They are asking all these data to us either by some format, but now we have created the APIs for them. So they can directly access your data through those APIs, and they are trying to populate on their portal which institute is doing what, in what way they are utilizing. So basically, since this is a social level platform, so basically creating a nodal center, bringing out various institute on a virtual platform, helping the student to grow more better, making awareness in various regions. So it's a kind of you can say it falls in a category of some way it is going to help in social responsibility, and therefore NGOs are approaching that it is a great work in technical area, and we want this data which institute is utilizing in what way. So they have the various websites and they are utilizing it. Of course, there is a concept also called as regional centers apart from nodal centers, which is basically engaging the virtual lab programs in their own region and maintaining some kind of good network and harmony to ensure that whatever the work and content is available, it is spread across all the regions. VLab can be utilized in the following ways: to support the syllabus, beyond the syllabus, to support the interdisciplinary approaches. So it is not restricted. Let us say my branch is mechanical. I can take Arduino programming course from the virtual lab and take care of interdisciplinary approaches. Beyond the syllabus, I can go, so which is something is not in the syllabus and I feel that it should be there. So I can go ahead. Of course, of syllabus, you can support it. It's not like that. For all the subjects, there is a virtual lab. There are gaps available, and that gaps we have to take. We are being taking care of through various nodal centers. We are looking for a model curriculum created by AICT, and according to that, we are creating a virtual lab. But there are some regional effects that has not been taken care, and now that we are trying to take care through nodal centers and regional centers. To develop the communication skills, like there is a virtual English communication lab, we can utilize that. To support soft skill development, like programming labs, maybe various problem solving lab, you can take into consideration to be part of soft skill. And I feel that this 5 benefit is enough to justify why you want to be a part of virtual lab, and this can be utilized in various ways. Okay, so I'm going to explain one of the way how you could benefit it. Okay, so there are a few things which I have tried to write down, that how the students could get benefited. What are the sessions you are conducting for the virtual lab in your classroom teaching or as well in lab? That is just a representation. You are making aware the student, hello, this is virtual lab. Now, how to use it, I'm going to explain. At your home and your free time, use it as you want. So you may be conducting one experiment, but the student may be utilizing for to take the benefit in so many ways. You are just introducing, hello, this is virtual lab. That's it. So how the student can get benefited? It helps to build the confidence and the motivation in the student to perform physical experimentation, especially from the student from the rural areas. They can write seminar report by doing analysis on one of the experiment by varying some of the parameters and plotting and analyzing the output parameters. So this is my line actually. So this is what I have done when I used to be teacher, because nowadays seminar it was used to be very strict. When I was in master BTech of mechanical doing, so it was very rigid, followed. But nowadays, everybody is aware of what kind of seminar report you are getting. But if you have a good student and who is willing to do something extraordinary with the help of seminar, you can collect such student and you can utilize this virtual lab platform. I won't say that every experiment or every lab can be utilized. You need to find out that, okay, I can create some kind of seminar report on this by varying some parameters. and try to get the different kinds of graph and try to make some different conclusions. So one has to figure out that way. Can help in developing many projects if someone parts involve interdisciplinary contents and if you are not aware of. So student can go and take the virtual lab and try to figure out. One of the important thing is that the content available on virtual lab is created by various IITs, NITs, and the some premier institute, universities. Okay, so therefore, the information provided on that is of utmost importance. And instead of searching here on there multiple locations, which in some case information might be conflicting. So better way, first you go virtual lab. If you do not get something, then you go outside and try to figure out. Can help in developing projects and like selection of circuits, sensors, and mechanical component, etc. Most important, student can virtually perform experiment on their own, which is going to help in performing the experiment in final practical examination. In older days, this concept was not there. So we used to perform practical once in our lab, and we used to give the exam once in a life for that practical examination. But nowadays, concept is coming something like, how do you expect student to be performing only once and appearing for the exam and getting to be scoring the good marks? So this question has raises some doubts, and it has a good amount of acceptance level. And if the same experiment is available on virtual lab platform, the student can perform the same experiment multiple times, and this helps to appear in final practical examination. It is obvious when you do things multiple times, it is bound to happen that the performance will be improved. Students may be motivated to code their own lab to be hosted on national level platform under the guidance of faculty, which could be a part of their final year project. So final year project means just not to create a virtual lab, first of all. Okay. Virtual lab can be created by third year, second year students who are part of it and can be done. If you want to be part of project, it need to satisfy the requirement of Bachelor of Engineering curriculum. There are some requirements that these are the things which you need to satisfy. So one of the example I'm giving you that let us say there is an electronic circuit available on board. Then there are so many wirings and those PCB circuit layouts are drawn. Now, if somebody designing an algorithm which will provide you non-intersecting lines and allowing you to make the circuit complete, okay, that could become a part of virtual lab and can be utilized to design one of the sample application at design a lab of digital electronics, digital application, some PCB circuit, something like that. So you can create 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 experiment of that, but the main core heart will be that framework which is creating a non-intersecting line. So in this way, you could maybe think about it. In what way faculty can benefit by Virtual to target the higher cognitive levels. So most of you are using a Bloom's taxonomy platform, like understand, recall, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create levels. So there are very few things which is going to help you to target or dictate the higher cognitive levels, and virtual lab is one of the platform where you can utilize. Nowadays, new labs are coming, which is targeting also higher cognitive levels. So up to 2020, 2021, there were very few labs which were taking up to that level. But now there is a rigorous development process is happening, which is directing only towards the higher cognitive level labs. So recently, we have also released around 65 experiments which are targeting to higher cognitive levels lab. And maybe at the end of this week, we are also releasing 70 more experiments which will be targeting the higher cognitive levels. To achieve the higher cognitive levels, data generation could be one of the important steps which involve mechanical calculation. So it's a mechanical process. In virtual lab, you can say that it is doing a computation for you, and you take the advantage of that and generate the data point, and you can explain the student. If I want to take a example of say performance of a simple vapor operation cycle which is using refrigeration process, okay. So I need to solve a numerical multiple times with various input sets of data, and then I could be able to generate the graph, and then they can say the refrigerator performance will be so and so if the variation in the input is caught by this. If load is high inside the fridge, load is less inside the fridge, what is going to happen, what will be electric consumption. So all these parameters are there. But if you have a virtual lab, we can quickly show them that these are the one sample calculation. Now you repeat this calculation multiple times and take it into the virtual classroom and explain the performance. It is very, very important to generate a graph in front of the student rather than showing them a graph. There is a lot of difference. When you generate a graph in front of a student, there is a processing involved, okay, and there is a memory involved. So because of this processing and memory, student used to remember that thing forever, and he used to get idea how to generate those graph and how to target the higher cognitive level. If you just show the graph, it is like a pictorial representation of in front of him, and he won't have an idea where this graph comes from, how this graph comes, how to generate graph, or how to target the higher cognitive level. He may think about, okay, in the examination, I have to draw this graph and I write this use statement. Okay, so generation of graph in front of student is very, very important. Before performing physical experiment, student can be aware of connections, procedure, various components and protocol of the experiment. Faculty can present their paper on various topics like effectiveness of virtual lab during the practical sessions. So basically, you can collect all these data. You can make your own study, okay, and you can present a paper on national level platform. In IIT Bombay, there are various tech edu platforms are available that we call as education development platforms from various countries. Okay, people used to come and present the paper at the international level also. So there are many faculty from the various nodal center. They have done the good research and study by generating a statistical analysis, and we help them to bring out your paper if your paper is of that level to a international level. And many faculty has done that. They have published at least 10-15 papers on the those tech edu platforms. How do we effectively utilize the virtual lab? Even a couple of faculty has done the PhD in virtual. Okay, so one of the faculty I could tell you that Professor Anita Divakar madam from Mumbai, she has completed the PhD in virtual lab. That is how to design an experiment, and some of the things we have helped them, and they got interacted with us. And in this way, we are trying to include how the development process of the virtual lab should be there, so to target the higher cognitive level. And of course, we have an effective study, the statistic data, the performance and everything, and then we move ahead to decide if anything's what we want to do it. It's very challenging to go ahead just if you have an idea and you start doing and later on realize that it's not working. If you have an idea, go on a field, perform some tests, generate some data, analyze it, what's happening, and then go ahead and perform. So all these things process, this virtual lab will help you and faculty can utilize. And many faculties have reported us that their performance of teaching in classroom has been improved significantly, and students are able to understand the things in a lesser period of time. I don't need to provide now more explanations because they are able to, I can give them, okay, kal bachcho ye karke aao, dekh ke aao. Okay, so everybody goes before coming to the session, they used to go and watch, and then the classroom teaching happens. So it becomes a lot easier, lesser time of spending. It's very challenging to complete the syllabus in a given stipulated period of time. And now AICTE is enforcing to reduce the curriculum load also, but keeping the curriculum strength same. So what does it mean? That student is supposed to do a lot of work at his own end, but at the same time, you need to provide the resources to the student. So virtual lab is one of the resources. I'm not saying that this is the all resources. PTL, various other resources are. So make the student zone to understand better, and you be a part of guider to guide him where he's making mistake, what he should do, where he should improve. That is what now slowly from teacher to facilitator, this role is being slowly increasing. Younger faculty may help in design the experiment and purchase of new experiment. I would like to tell you my own experience in this. When I was very young in 2005, I was just having a 5 years experience. And mechatronics was the new syllabus which was implemented in Department of Mechanical Engineering. I was not aware of anything, pure mechanical, and people were designing. I was part of the syllabus committee and everything. They were putting, so I was very anxious to take this subject first as a practical and then as a theory, because it was new and I was also new. So I need to create my own space to make my own identity to have a taking part in new subject. But when finally the syllabus is designed, the subject was totally allotted to me. And when I was thinking that I will be under the guidance of some senior faculty and I'll be improving, that was not the case. It's a new syllabus, new faculty becomes same page. If that time the virtual lab say exist, I would have benefited a lot. Because in the first experiment I see that was a LVDT experiment, linear variable differential transformer. I study a lot of things about, and then I ask the people to supply, so provide me quotation. One provided me 2,000, another provided 20,000, another provided 2 lakhs. Now how do I am supposed to select? I don't have experience. If the virtual lab platform was there, I could have figure out what is the behavior of a virtual lab. And that behavior I could take on and ask them demo, and now I compared that behavior, whether the behavior is getting same or not. Then I think I would be in a better position to select that particular instrument. But that's the thing. So these are the few things what I'm telling you. Okay, this is my experience. You call 500 people to talk about benefits, all 500 will have their different approaches and different thinking. One of the important people are looking for program outcome, program specific outcome, and course outcome. So remember one thing, virtual lab is available 24/7, free of cost. Okay. But being a nodal center, there is a documentation evidence is created with the help of IIT Bombay stamping and your institute stamping. So all the documentation process is well designed and well authenticated process. The things which we are taking care, like which experiment you are performing. Okay. You may have a course outcome that may be part of your beyond syllabus curricula and mapping to PO1, PO8, PO9, PO10, PO12, and PSO1. This was previously very challenging to draw. Okay, so one of the faculty came across that this is what I am physically writing when I am conducting the session. And from her recommendation, we started a new concept called as list of experiment in the one of the documentation. Now this is there, so nobody has to remember, okay, I conducted this. He has to understand, okay, that experiment was beyond curriculum, something. Now people has been smart enough now. They have started making, whenever they create a report, in the experiment name itself in bracket, they put PO1, PO2, PO3, something like that. At the same location. So they are reducing their own documentation process. Encouraging the bright student, of course, to involve various research projects. Developing a virtual lab is not an easy task. It's a very challenging. Lot of things are there. Previously, we have created a framework, and somebody jumps onto that framework, user, and develop it. But the framework requirement day by day is now increasing, and that gives a scope of research, because you have got to understand. People say this is available, that is available. Yeah, but that is forced to learn, to understand, and to use it. You cannot create something and use it on some national level platform. You have to create your own. Okay, so it is like you are creating a commercial product. So you cannot use all the free resources availability and which is available. Sir, no, I can't use that. I need to create that with my coding, my algorithm, and I have to utilize that. So there are so many things which is available, and that could be taken as a virtual approach. So these are some PO1, PO2, PO4, and PO. Some I'm highlighting it, okay, which he was mentioned here, and you can obviously read this PO, and you can immediately find out the virtual lab fits in lot of your PO. Okay, especially skill development is there, social responsibilities are there, discussion, motivation, confidence. These are very less likely to be supported by the curriculum. You might be conducting some training placement and courses and something like that one. So yeah, it's help you. Of course, the student achievements are there. Okay. So when student perform something, get certification from IIT Bombay, so it adds to achievement. It helps to improve your campus placement and everything. You can create your own virtual lab group, coding group, something like that, which will not only solve the purpose of virtual lab, but there are many other such forum you can tackle with the help of them. What we require to become a nodal center from you, these are the information you could provide to Dr. Jagadish through mail, and then we will help after going through all those details, we will help you to become a nodal center. So name of the institute, a location, state, district, city, engineering, polytechnic, and science college. Name of the discipline institute, which you have to name the discipline like mechanical, computer, or maybe botany, zoology, whatever the disciplines are there. Total number of students in and the approved faculty, approved permanent faculty. NBA NAC grade for whichever the branch is applicable, that you have to specify. Any specific achievement you would like to mention, because these are important. Point 7 is important for me. Because since we are dealing with multiple projects, and if you highlight something, okay, and in future, if I get some new project from the ministry, okay, and I need some help, some assistance, some contribution from nodal center, and if that achievement you already mentioned, which I have gone through, so it becomes easier me to approach you that yeah, these are the good things about you, I can do this thing with you. Full name of the head of the institute, email of head of the institute, contact mobile number of the head of the institute. So these are the requirements you can provide to Dr. Jagadish, and later on the account will be created. Remember, all this process takes at least 15 to 20 days. Yeah, so what happens, you send it, we create the account immediately, that's not a problem. But there is something yearly planner, preparing, understanding, all these parts are there. It takes 15. Now it's a hardly a 4-month it's remaining. Okay. If you decide to become a nodal center, do it as early as possible. So you get a 3-month at least to get acquainted with all the procedural activity of the, as a nodal center. And your name will be available on these two portals with few numbers, okay, which will be something recognizable at the most. Don't take about too much time. So that is why I'm saying that I'll saying that 15 days somehow you are going to require to initiate first number. That is what I'm saying, minimum. Okay. Of course, thank you. So I thank R.C. Patel College of Engineering and special thanks to Dr. Jagadish Jadhav sir, who has taken a great initiative to help the institute in their region, and we are expecting same from you, all the institute who has joined together to bring out the institute on the virtual lab platform and help us to reach out the grassroots level so that each and every student should get benefited. It's a project of 200 crore. Okay, so you have to understand that we want to provide this free utility and free benefit to the student from all the regions, especially in the student from the rural areas. They can be utilized more effectively. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I could have waited, but I have another meeting, so I request you to leave this meet. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Started nodal institution. When you started nodal center. Prepared one another in every institution. Those who are interested to start. So we'll think for that setup. Provide financial support setting the virtual lab. Okay, what are whatever the requirements he has been told, that same requirement for getting the nodal center. Okay. Okay, if possible, we'll visit your virtual lab also, so that will give you, another clear ideas, isn't it? Thank you. Yes, yes.
Just a screen share.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how it will be applicable to pharmacy course actually? Okay. Hmm. Okay, okay.
चलो तो मैं want to see the document. Mention the reason पूर्व के शब्द लिखो
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Sir, good afternoon. Hello. So, sir, in the yearly planner, yeah, in the yearly planner, any faculty can contribute from institute, and he can schedule the activity, and there will be viewers to those that activity throughout India, across India, likewise. Okay.
Sir, your screen is not shared. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, what do you mean by usage there? Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Is my screen visible to you, sir? Okay, so let me explain subject related to the computer engineering. Uh, so let's take an example like if I'm using this lab, computer programming. Okay, so here you will see the detail or information about the this course. Then the objective you can find here. Now on the next tab, in the next option, you will see the list of experiments in this course. So expression evaluation is there, basic control flow is there, advanced control flow is there, numerical approximation, functions, how to use the functions, pointers, arrays, demonstration, means simulation programs are there, sir. Okay, recursion is also there. So let's take an example of expression evaluation. So here you will find the detail along with the theory and the examples. Uh, okay, then objective of this experiment. Then in the next tab, you will see the pre-test. Means before conducting this simulation, you can give a there is a prerequisite, or we can say that there is a pre-test. So you can give it. Let's click it on the random option. So suppose this test I'm giving. So this is the pre-test. Means before executing the simulation. Here one out of 9. Okay, so this is the pre-test. Then the procedure is explained here, how to run this experiment, how to run this simulation. So all the information is given here. Then next option is simulation. Here you will see the simulation window. So the random values are given already there, but if I want to change, then click on edit, then just randomly put any values. Okay, save it. Okay, choose the expression. After selecting this, just click on a start. Okay, sir. So here you can see the step by step, their explanation and the output. If I'm clicking on the next, so step one. So here is the explanation and here is the output. Then next, step two, step three, step four. Okay, so evolution is completed here. So after completing this, you can see the post. You can give the post test. So the same post test is pre-test as a pre-test. Say the same thing is there. Just give it, and you can also use the references. Click on this link. This link will go to the expression references listed over here, and finally the feedback is there. This will be explain you later. Jadhav sir will explain you. So this is from my side. Over to you, Jadhav sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So here I'm going to explain measurement, electrical measurement lab. You can see. Uh, okay. So here is a electrical measurement lab, and you can see you can see the practical three-phase power measurement, in which uh, here is it is given at some basic theories about the practicals. You can see the all theories and phasor diagrams. And here pre-test and procedure. That is a procedure how to perform that practical for balanced load as well as the unbalanced load. Here is a circuit diagram which you have to connect, already connected in simulation. And this is a simulation cell in which the given circuit is here, and you can change the you have to change the load one by one and fill the table here. First procedure is given. You have to set 100 volt frequency. Here is emitter. Emitter is connected over 3 phases, and there are 2 wattmeter are also connected. First for reading, just 25 ohm reading. Just you have to start the circuit. As the circuit is start, all the meters showing readings. Just you have to fill the tables. All the reading comes over this table. You can see the voltage of all the phases and current all the phases and power factors of all the phases. Total power consumed by the circuit calculated as well as the measured. Same in the, if you want to take a second reading, just stop it. Just stop the circuit, change the load, and now you can on the circuit. The readings are changed. Same, fill the table. In this way, you can perform this practical, sir. So over to you, Jadhav, sir. Okay.
Hello. Sir, may I? Okay, good morning, faculty. This is Professor from Department of A&. This is the portal. We are having system. We are doing our practice. So from the another discipline, electrical engineering, we had selected this subject, real lab. So this is the list of the experiments in the embedded systems in which we are for the first experiment, which is filter. We are in FR. We create the in order to generate the impulse response coefficients, and this concept is not understood by the students. So here through the virtual lab, we can demonstrate that what is actually physically happening in the filter design. So this is some theory provided in the virtual lab. If we go to the simulation, there are two kinds of the simulations provided with the lab. One is the JavaScript simulator and one is the MATLAB simulator. So we did our first experiment in JavaScript simulator. This is the simulation for the filter design. Now in this we are supposed to design low pass, high pass, band pass and band stop filter. So here we can select the type of the filter and give the filter specifications as the cutoff frequency, FA and FB, these are the cutoff frequencies. So we can according to our need, we can select the cutoff frequency. Here we can select the length of the filter, whatever number of the coefficients I want to select. Frequency. So after this, in our problem, what we solve is, so these coefficients are calculated. Generally we do in the theory like this, and we plot the frequency and impulse frequency and magnitude response like this. But in what way the filter works, if you want to check, so we are given the simulation. Now this is the low pass filter with the cutoff frequency 1000 hertz, that is 1 kilohertz. So this is the frequency response. Each box is showing the frequency 200 per division. So at the 1 kilohertz the signal gets attenuated. But in physical, what happens? So here is this next simulation provided. Now this is my input signal with the frequency 100 hertz is provided. Now whenever I select the frequency 100 hertz, the white signal is my output signal. Now I can increase the frequency. So 1000 is my cutoff frequency, so that my output signal will get passed, and after the cutoff frequency it will get attenuated, so it can be shown. You can take the zoom in, zoom out, how the signal gets affected. So here the attenuation starts, and after the cutoff frequency, my signal is attenuated. So this we cannot show the students in the theory, but in the practical, in the virtual lab, along with the problem solving, we can demonstrate this to the students, so the understanding of the topic is enhanced. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Yes, sir. Sir, my screen is visible. Now, sir, this is the virtual lab of heat transfer, which will be in our current semester subject, heat and work transfer. And this lab is available in the Department of Physical Sciences. So I have gone to the lab heat and thermodynamics virtual lab. Then there are the different types of experiments we have to perform. This experiment we have to perform in this heat and thermodynamics lab. Now we are going towards the practical, that is the heat transfer by the conduction. Generally, there are three types of mode available in the heat transfer: conduction, convection. Out of that, that is the conduction. In this experiment, we have to conduct the experiment. The heat transfer will be shown by the metal slabs. Now this is the experiment. Now this is the theoretical parts which will be shown the diagram. This is the red color which will be a heater, and this test step which thermal conductivity is to be measured with the help of this virtual experiment. Now we look at go towards the procedure. In this simulation, there are some few steps through which we have to conduct our practicals. Now first of all, you have to choose the material whose thermal conductivity is to be measured. Then we have to provide some diameter, thickness of material, type of you have to provide some temperature for the cold water, like that. These are some available formulas which will be required for the calculating the thermal conductivity. Now we are taking these different types of temperature readings from temperature T1 to the T6. Now by these formulas, we have to calculate the thermal conductivity of that material. This is the processes of this. Now we go towards the self-evaluator test. Is just same as that. We have to go. This is the objective of questions. We have to mark it and submit it and calculate which type of numbers we have to calculate. Now we go towards the simulator. In this simulator part, this is the experimental setup which will be available in this lab. Now this is the now in the first step you have to choose the material whose thermal conductivity is to be measured. Now first of all, there are four, 5 types of materials available for this experimental setup. Now we choose the glass material. Now the diameter of this material we have to select. By varying this red cursor, we have to change the diameter. Now we take it as 15 centimeter. Now we have to provide thickness in the same way as diameter. Now we have to take it as 4.55. Now the cold vapor temperature which you have to provide, that is the 2 degrees centigrade. If you power on the circuits, then in the cross sections we have shows the temperature distribution in the modes of heat transfer with the slabs. Now this results. Now with the show the results, we have shown that the thermal conductivity of the glass should be 1.1 watt meter square Kelvin, which will be calculated by this simulator. We have to calculate by the formulas and compare this and optimize your results. Then there are some assignments which will be also useful for the students. These are the 5 assignments which will be provided by this virtual lab. we can directly send to the student right in the writing format, take it and collect to you for your lab file also. Now there are some references. In these references, there are some books and some website links are also available. And this is for my side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. This is Pradeep Patil from the Department of Data Science. We are currently conducting the virtual lab practicals for the subject for the different subjects. So let me share my screen to you. Is my screen is visible to you, sir? Now, okay. So for performing the virtual lab, we can choose any browser. Means I'm here choosing the Google and just type the VLab and just hit on the enter button. Then you can find the first link. Just hit or choose this first link. Here you can find the different broad areas for performing the virtual lab, like the electronics, communication, computer science and engineering. So I am from the computer science and engineering background. So I am selecting this tab. And here the labs are available for the different subjects which are added or which are included in the computer science or the data science engineering. So here I am selecting this lab like a natural language processing, and here you can find the different list of the experiments. Okay, so here I'm go with the first lab, that is the word analysis. Here in the left hand side you can find the different tabs like the aim, the theory of this practical, as well as the objective of the practical, then the procedure, how to perform this practical virtually. And next one is the simulation. Okay. After reading all this tab, the student will be able to perform the practical in the virtual manner. Here, the first student will select the language, so English or the Hindi, and then he will select the word type, means the studies or the study, and now select the correct morphological analysis for the above word using the drop down or the pick list, means the root is coming from which studies or the study. The student will selecting the different words or from this drop down list and just check. Okay, then after hit on the check button, he will found okay what will be correct and which one will be wrong. Okay, in this way student going to simulate this and after that here one assignment is also available. Okay, so you can assignment to the student in the practical, tell the student to complete this in the it from the students. Then says as well as the feedback. That part will be told by the Dr. Jagadish Jadhav sir later, and this is from my side. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir? Okay. This is Yogesh Sononi from Civil Engineering Department. I'm going to share my screens. Sir, is it visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
So these are the labs available in VLab for civil engineering. So among that, I'm going to choose a concrete structure lab. So this is the flow of the concrete technology lab. So introduction, objective, and list of the practical. So I'm interested in list of practical, list of experiment. So in this particular tab or lab, only 6 practicals are available. So among that, I'm going to explain lab number 1, that is compressive strength test of concrete. So this is the flow. So first of all, aim of the lab to determine the compressive strength of the concrete as per the IS 516. So before actual start of the practical, so students should able to know the theory. So this is the theory for that particular labs. So that theory is systematically arranged with schematic diagrams also. So then before then a simulation of that practical, students should know the pre-test in this particular platform pre-test is available for that, then procedure, and after that simulation. So here we can see the scenario of a simulation is what actual machine is available here. So you can start here. So the first step is what, enter the date of casting of specimen. So here I'm going to add today's date, then select the size of the cube specimen. So there are two sizes, 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter, and another is 15 centimeter by 15 centimeter. So for that particular practical, I'm going to use a 15 centimeter practical specimen. Then after submitting that tab, we can see the actual specimen having 50 centimeter by 15 centimeter dimension and the cross section area of that. After that, some arrow is there. By clicking that arrow, we can see the curing tank, because this is the next procedure of that particular cube in /9. So that date always used for curing purpose. So that curing may be for 7 days, for 28 days. So you just here we can take out the samples from the curing tank, and next procedure is what, use cloth for wipe off the surface water on the specimen. So this is the actual procedure is done here. After that, next step is to perform the practical actually by using the cube 13/9. This is the first cube. Then okay, here we can see the practical is this cube is fitted on the machine. After that, this is the CTM panel. So I'm just clicking that panel. So here they want the value of rate of loading. So for M50 15 centimeters cube sample, the rate of loading is about 5.25. So I'm just putting here 5.25 kilonewton and submit. Then after that, next simulation is click on the dial of CTM. So this is CTM. Then after that, we can start the machine. So here, yes, the compression testing machine is started and first sample is failed. So here we can see the load failure. At what load the sample is failed. So at a 720 kilonewton, sample is failed, and for that failing time is 138 seconds. So another sample means second sample. The same procedure is that I'm just click the button. This is again same procedure for next sample. Again I type 5.25 kilonewton load rate of loading. Then start. Machine. So for that, load at failure is 7.65 kilonewton and time required 138 seconds. This procedure is repeat next sample also. Again 5 kilonewton rate of loading. Failure time second. So here we can see for the first failure load is 727 kilonewton. Failure load is 765. For third specimen, load is 540 kilonewton. So as per IS code, so third sample is not acceptable for us. So that's why again for third sample we can that we can take the average of that four specimen. So that average is 30.10 MPa. So this is acceptable for means these are the acceptable values for the compression testing machine. So, sir, so this is from my side. Hello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sir, screen is not visible. Yes, sir, it's visible now.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir, what is the next step for our colleges? Can we enroll all? I'm from. Okay. So for that, we have to choose that particular assignment which get performed now. Is that particular experiment or any other experiment? Other experiment. Okay, sir.
Hello. Sir, that feedback should we have to fill? Means we have to select your college name for that. Hmm. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Please wait a minute.
Sir, in my case, camera is not working.
Yes, sir. It's done.
Yes, yes, I have joined. No, no. Everything is over now. And other participants are there in the meeting. Okay. Good noon to all. Hopefully, you must have got idea about how one can have virtual lab in your institute. For initial part, I was there in the workshop, but later part I left due to some personal reasons. But I hope that this workshop must be fruitful to all of you, and you must have got all points that are necessary to initiate the uh, remote center of virtual lab at your institute. In case of any doubt, any whatever help you require from our institute, that will be provided to you as and when it is required. And as this is all our sister institutes, so let us push this to the next level so that student will get benefited from virtual lab in all respect. Thank you all for joining meeting.
जाधव सर व्हाट्सएप चेक करा ना.